This is the second part of the video review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Supreme Class Ultimate Optimus Prime. In this video we'll be looking at the trailer. The trailer is big. Really big. And that's all there is to it, really. It just looks big. And it's a trailer. To begin transformation, pull off the gun on the underside. And it's in here pretty good. And then I've done a little modification to mine that I recommend everyone doing. If you notice, there aren't any screw holes in here. That's because I have made the helmet removable. And just bend these out of the way, pull this out. I've already shaved off the plastic here that would make it hard to take apart. So put these off to the side. You'll see why I've done this. And then transforming the trailer itself, it's just a matter of untabbing everything. Untab these panels here from the side of the trailer and from the arms up here, and then just swing them out. Do it for the other side too. Everything on this tabs together very well. Rotate these panels out. Start getting these arms into a position for the combination. Separate these down here. And come around to the back, and you will separate these panels as well. My goal here is to do this without popping anything off. And before we actually split those apart, if you look up here, this part needs to swing over. So pop it up. What I did just there is I rotated these little winglet things around. And now I'm just taking it all the way back and tabbing it in. And that, for the most part, will keep these wings here from popping off. We can rotate these out and then fold these wings in. I typically leave them like this, and I want to point out, I keep these joints straight. And that gives that joint a bit more support so it won't pop off. Fold these out, and this down. Come down to the legs, fold these up, and split them. And rotate the feet in so that it will stand flat. And this monstrosity that is not going to fit on camera is the MechTech trailer in its combination form. Now we'll bring in the Optimus Prime and show how he combines. So I'll put this off to the side and show what needs to happen to Optimus Prime. Take his feet, fold them down. Take these, rotate them up so they'll be out of the way. And that's just about it. And what will happen is that, actually I forgot something. These need to open. And then what you will do is you will set Prime into it. Make sure everything stays out of the way. And he will tab in multiple places. Like that. And then you can bring his legs down. You can tab his feet to the inside of these shells here. Just bring them in like that. Fold it up. Do the same on the other side. And fold it up. Then you'll take this chest piece, or this abdomen piece, push it up. It'll peg into his pelvis, and this will peg into his pelvis. Sorry, this thing is so big. 2 tabs here will tab into his pelvis here and here, and these claws will wrap around him. And then finally, what we'll do for the basic combination is fit these over his shoulders and put these arms over his shoulders. And there's a little tab in here that his hands will hold. And it can take a little bit of work to get it to work exactly right, because there are a lot of joints in this that you have to get just right. And do it to the other side. And here we have, basically, Optimus Prime in his combined mode. And I think this looks brilliant. Although he does have a tiny head. And that is where this piece I took off comes into play. You will tab it on where you would have normally tabbed on the mech weapon when this was combined. And flip it over, and that gives him a much better head without having the mech weapon coming straight through it forward. And then what I do with this, in the meantime, is I come to the back, and let's see. I'm just trying to get everything out of the way as best as possible so I can show you what I'm doing. And I tap this in upside down, and I open these, and that will allow these sort of winglets to fall into them. And while it does make his rocket booster upside down for robot mode, it does make it so he has a bigger head without the view of the head being obstructed by this weapon, and allows the weapon to store on his back. And the original functionality of the weapon is still in play too. Now sometimes the way I've found to store the weapon like this will fall off, but not usually. So in this mode, he has fairly limited articulation. Basically just the arms. The arms will go forward, back, and basically anywhere around in this range. I recommend holding on to the original arms and the top. And that will keep them pegged together because they will shift enough that the gloves will come off his normal hands. And this is sort of what I was talking about, where the Prime that sits in this armor suit needed to have slightly off proportions so that these big arms would be filled all the way, yet still also be bigger. And yeah, this thing is amazingly impressive, and I like it quite a bit. Those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching.